And welcome back, everyone, to the final installment of Overtime here on your Sunday night. We talking about the big matchup between Valley State and Alcorn coming up in college football this Saturday. But taking center stage on this evening, Alcorn State and the Golden Girls. We got another Golden Girl joining us here on the set. She is none other than Pat Cooper, one of my co-workers here at the station. She works behind the scenes, but she is representing with purple and gold today. And Pat, you were a Golden Girl some 16 years after Mrs. Lawrence. What made you want to become a Golden Girl when we look back at that time of your
Well, when I was about 7 years old, I had 3 other sisters that went to Alcorn, and they would come home on the holiday breaks and bring their yearbooks. And I would look through the yearbooks, and I would see the band and the Golden Girls. And I said that when I was about 7, I said, when I grow up, I want to be a Golden Girl. And so when I went to high school, and when I left high school, they signed my yearbook, good luck on the Golden Girl tryouts. So when I got to Alcorn, I tried out. I had to work vigorously and hard, but I tried out 3 times before I made it. And when I made it, it made one of my dreams come true. And
I was just about to ask, too, Mrs. Lawrence, in terms of trying out, what is that process like when you look back at that moment to hear your name called? Was it like a bunch of girls that were around when you found out you made the squad, or did they send you something in the mail? But kind of go back when you found out you got word that you were a Golden Girl.
It was more or less a letter that came to me. I would be performing with the band.
And what was that reaction like?
Oh, excitement, joy, and hopeful that I would be able to maintain the task.
And again, Pat, you came some 16 years after Mrs. Lawrence. When she began in 1970, you did so in 1986. Tell me a little about that sisterhood. She touched on it a little earlier, and it's a bond, because I've seen their interaction that you all had before we even started here doing the interview, when you all got a chance to meet. But it was like just a rekindling that you all had, and although you all didn't perform together 16 years apart, but there's something about that special and dynamic relationship that all Golden Girls have with each other. But kind of touch on that and what that means to you.
I guess it's just something that's developed when you spend so much time with somebody. And over the years, you know, we see the pictures and posts and everything, and we always use the term in the Golden Girl circle as being forever golden. And that keeps us reminded of, you know, who we were and who we are still to this day. Golden.
Wow. And why is it important, maybe from your viewpoint, to remember your past and honor your past?
Because I think that as people, we do things in our past to help others and to promote others. And as we go along, we want to keep that same momentum in helping and promoting people in the good things that they do, and to just help, you know, just lift people up and encourage people to do better things.
And Ms. Lawrence, we kind of touched on this as well during the first segment, but in terms of mentoring even today's Golden Girls, what advice would you give to this new wave, this new generation of Golden Girls that you see in terms of just moving forward, pressing forward, and keeping their eye on the prize, so to speak?
I would like to let them know that it's important to respect themselves, respect others, provide help if needed, and to make sure that their focus is on involving others for the betterment of the future.
So Golden Girls, it's just not about dancing. It's not about just performing. There's something much more about becoming a Golden Girl than just showing up on Saturdays and bringing your best. But it seems like you all bring your best throughout life as well.
Yeah.
And so tonight is all about purple and gold.
Purple and
Yes.
gold, yes.
Purple and gold.
Yeah, we appreciate the time and just wish you ladies, and I'll be working with her, you know, over the next, I don't know how many years, hopefully, but I enjoy working with Pat. She is such a wonderful person to work with, love her spirit, and it's been a pleasure too, Mrs. Lawrence, to meet you. I love your spirit. I love the kind heart that you have and what you've displayed here in just this short time. And we just want to wish you nothing but the very best. Godspeed with you and your family.
Thank you.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for Overtime. Again, we appreciate Mrs. Applice Franklin Lawrence for joining us, as well as my co-worker, partner in crime, Pat Cooper, representing both looking so lovely in their purple and gold. We're going to say good night. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening, and we will see you a little later on in the week. Good night.